At noon, and we are in the kitchen cooking with John Nodar, who's not there, so not to disappoint. But we do have Chef Marcus and Chef Chris here from the Hangout Hospitality Group, and we're going to be cooking up some oysters. So before we get started, guys, I got to make sure it's important to not say shucking oysters wrong on TV. It can come off really bad. So I'm glad that you've done some of the shucking already. Yes. But what do we got going on? Because we got a big thing coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we have the oyster cook-off this weekend. A lot of celebrity chefs come down and showcase oysters all from up in the Northeast coast. Brings a lot of people to town. It's a huge event for the weekend, you know, especially going into the off season.
So is it about making your oysters stand out? I mean, you guys got a bunch of ingredients, so tell me what's happening, because this is beautiful. We don't want to look at that. We want to know how we get there.
Well, what we do is we get these fresh oysters, we shuck them, and we make sure we keep them steady to keep the juices in. And we come with the different complements. You know, each chef has their own technique, own style.
Can you show us a little bit too?
Yeah.
Let's
with us here, we have...
Here, you get up here. You're the man here, Chef Chris. I don't know what I'm doing.
So up here, our oyster is going to have honey, bourbon, chipotle butter. Ooh. So what we do is we take a little bit of honey, a little bit of bourbon, some fresh garlic, some chipotle pepper, and we grind that up. We roboku that, or if you chop it enough, you can mix it by hand.
Okay.
We roll this with butter, make a tube, and we'll chill it.
Butter is like the key ingredient in all good cooking, correct? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we'll do is we'll chill that, and we'll slice pieces, maybe at half-ounce slices per oyster. And what we'll do is we'll grill it, and then the butter will melt down. Can you show us a little bit with some of these oysters here? Because I want to kind of see what your the description. My left arm has been cooking over this grill for a minute, so the other one seems to still be working. So we're good. If I need help in any way, please let me know. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So that's your your puree from all these ingredients.
Right. Absolutely. This is the color. You'll get almost a caramel color on the butter. You know, and then what we'll do is we'll sit it on a hot grill.
Whew. Now we were talking about this earlier. It's not necessarily oyster season, but there are ways to keep oysters healthy even in this time of the year, right?
Right. With that process, they do like a light pasteurization, which kills any of that bacteria that's found in the oysters when the water's warmer. So in the summertime, I mean, typically you'll hear that might not be the best time for oysters, or you'll find your oysters sourced from further up northern on the coast. But any oysters that you do get from the Gulf, Louisiana area, they'll do a light pasteurization process, and that way there's you know, a much more minimal risk of any kind of foodborne illness or anything, you know, being contracted throughout the process.
Absolutely.
So we can enjoy them raw year-round.
Yeah, I love to hear that. But we're not doing raw. We're cooking them up. I mean, I'm seeing all my favorite things. I mentioned butter, but I also see a little bit of bacon there. Are we going to put the bacon up in this thing too?
So once we get to a point where the butter starts to break down, we'll finish it with the candied bacon. Actually, that's candied bacon.
Candied bacon?
Yeah, so you get that sweet effect along with the taste of the oyster.
When you think that bacon could not get any better, you add candied bacon, and all of a sudden you have heaven. That's fantastic. So, I mean, you're going to, with this particular contest coming up this particular weekend, you're going to cook a whole bunch for a bunch of judges, or can they get tickets and go and come try everything?
Absolutely. We'll actually have 30 to 40 vendors, and they'll all be showcasing their oysters, and people come buy tickets and be able to enjoy the whole afternoon.
Wow. And so let's get a closer look at the finished product, because this one's still cooking up. And just kind of, you garnished it a little bit with some scallions, or what is that on there?
Yeah, it's a little bit of green onion that we finished with. Actually, once it's halfway melted down, the bacon stands up, and then we finish with green onion. As you eat it, you'll get the taste of the oyster, the sweet, the saltiness, the onion, so it all kind of plays in together.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much for being here, Chef Marcus, Chef Chris. Looks delicious. I'm going to eat that in the break, and we will take a break and be right back.